Listen up, I got a message to deliver about living life to the fullest, yo. I'm a giver. Forget the stress, leave your worries behind. It's time to shine, let your spirit unwind. Enjoy your life every day and every night. Embrace the moment, live it up, take flight. No need to worry, no need to strive. Just live your dreams, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Take you on a journey, let's go on an adventure. No time for regrets, no need for censure. Life's too short, gotta make it count. Don't let negativity bring you down. Enjoy your life every day.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to Friday, July 19th, 8 o'clock on the dot, too. Hey, I'm Warren. Um, with Power Core, Girls Fish Better, Cabbage Shack Artworks, all that stuff, and the boat ramp, 2Guys1Dock, episode 14. Fixing to introduce my uh co-host, the man with the plan, Lieutenant Dan the Man. Sliding in. Oh,
What's up?
yeah. 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 Anyway, hey, it's Friday, Dan.
Friday.
Finally.
Friday.
Finally. We still doing, I got the black coral, I think still ties distillery, something like that. Anyway, in West Palm.
Yeah.
Black coral, black rum. What you got?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I got Dr. Perry, Dr. Perry, Dr. Pepper, and strawberry cream. Yeah, little mixture. Hey, hey, before I get started, I am part now of Grown Ass Man Mafia. If you don't know who that is, go follow Bass and Bougie on TikTok. He has it on the shop. You can get a grown ass man hat if you are a grown ass man.
Yeah, only.
I mean, do you run your domain at the house or your man shed?
I do.
Okay. Okay. You sure?
I got.
I don't know. Miss Lori ain't said nothing.
I got to cut my eyes open.
Yeah. All right. So, Dan, I just got back from, well, you know what? Let's go into sponsor real quick before we get into it. Behind us, Cracking Jigs. That's sucks to be a fish. Hey, now I changed that around. You should have been.
I was on it. I was on it.
Yeah, we finally figured some things out because, technology and
Everything
whatnot.
on here is opposite.
That's right. We had it opposite. So the 13 episodes before, I was over there where Dan's at until I figured out, hey, yeah. Anyway, Cracking Jigs, KRAKENJIGZ.com, veteran owned business. Excuse me. And like I said, we don't make anything but Boat Ramp 10, all caps, Boat Ramp 10, gets you 10% off. Go support a small business. He does good works with veterans, and uh, I mean, it isn't official yet, but he got a good email from the kayak Olympic team.
All right.
That by the way, the Olympic kayak team now has a saltwater Olympics, and the USA just won it. Talked with Annie Nagel, that was there trying to get sponsors for the team, and um, yes, and um, he told me after he just got an email saying they want him to supply jigs and everything, so it's a good deal. Good deal for him. Good deal for the Olympics. So let's get into it. I just got back from ICAST about 5 hours ago, maybe. No, 4 hours ago. And long 3 days. Kind of tired a little bit. It was a good ICAST. Got to catch up. Got to see people I've seen only on TikTok, and got to talk with them. And
Got to walk about 500,000 miles.
yeah, I got my walking in for the whole year. For the whole year. Yeah.
Big place.
Yeah, big place. A lot of vendors this year or exhibitors. It was good stuff, and think it was good for Power Core and Girls Fish Better. We'll see. That follow through is. We'll see.
Time to participate.
Yeah, stop hating. Stop participating. Twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Yeah.
So, all right, this episode. The reason why I wanted to talk about it is we saw Zane Dangerous or whatever bass guy, and that the video kind of blew up about him getting into it with a local and a spot during a tournament, and he wasn't too happy about it, and
neither was the local.
No, and he got roasted. But it's locals versus pros, and I decided to add a little something called Karens and Richards.
Karens and Richards.
And fishing around docks.
Okay, I got it.
And this goes for pros too. And and there wasn't really any feedback. There wasn't no participation.
Yeah. Twinkle,
twinkle, twinkle, baby, twinkle, twinkle. Wasn't really participation, but that's fine. Gonna put on my Dollar Tree turtle skin glasses for this. Dan, I did do a little research because I'll let you tell your story first, and I got a few clips, just short clips of, it didn't escalate, but and I didn't put the one guys that dealing with docks and Karens, and basically he just said, "Yes, ma'am, we'll try to stay away from that," and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the ones that argue.
Yeah, it gets heated.
Yeah, and the whole "you don't own the water" comes up.
Yeah,
right.
And they don't.
But we're gonna talk about pros and locals. Not really so much that, but bass etiquette when fishing. And I looked up. Oh, look at that! We ended up on YouTube. How about that?
Get out of here!
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right. On Google search.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We might get some participation
from YouTube. Anyway, so I was gonna read some stuff from Bass Resource.
Okay.
And then somebody wrote there was fishing etiquette do's and don'ts, fish anywhere. So I'm gonna read this first one. It's 9 of them. This is from Bass Resource. I should have put the link down below in the description. Didn't think about that. But you can look up Bass Resource online.
We ain't lying.
And they have 9 tournament etiquette tips. This is for co-anglers though. Man, let's get rid of that. My bad.
Co-anglers.
I mean, I've been at ICAST and I really didn't concentrate on.
Co-anglers in tournaments are like trash.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. They're nothing.
I mean, I was reading some of that and it says, make sure that your feet are clean when you get into the pros boat.
Oh yeah.
You
You co-angler, you trash.
All right. Let's go to this one. This is fishanywhere.com. Never heard of them, but we're going. There's nothing worse than any anglers that don't know how to be good neighborly angler. Okay. From the boat ramp to the honey hole. Okay. It's the best to play nice with other. Best practices include not taking forever when you're leaving the marina. I mean, that's a good etiquette to have.
Yeah.
Get your ass out the way.
Just, you should be ready when you get there.
Right. And when you're out in the water catching your line and reeling in the beautiful fish, the last thing you want is someone encroaching on your honey hole.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And there we go, getting into the locals spots. Yeah. And it's vice versa on the local too. That if a pro's fishing in his spot,
If he's there first,
first come, first serve,
that's
right?
the way it works.
All right. So, my phone doesn't. Okay. All right. So, fishing etiquette don'ts. While you're probably why don't they just have one and two? Why do they want to do that? Let's just go with the don'ts. So we'll simplify it. Two main rules. All
right.
Don't make waves and don't make a mess. While this seems pretty simple, let's break it down. Don't make waves. You could take this in both literal and metaphorical. Man, they're making me say big words on a Friday. Golly. We'll focus on the literal for now. Boaters kicking up waves bring noise and disruption to other anglers with lines in the water. Shore fishermen who may have limited access literally don't make waves. Metaphorically, you can cause waves when your actions disrupt those already fishing. Walk behind an angler when they're casting, walking through the river and kicking up mud, spooking the fish. You know, it is common courtesy, which a lot of people don't have anymore.
Pretty much, yeah.
Don't make a mess. You may like fishing with your mama, but I can guarantee you don't always go fishing with her, and she won't always be there to clean up your mess. So, one, they were talking about cleaning your trash up if you're leaving trash, especially you shore fishermen. I've seen some videos where fishermen walk down to like their honey hole, and somebody been fishing there before they got there, and be a big pile of snacks, beer cans, whatever. I mean, that to me ought to be cited a fine for doing that.
Littering.
It's littering.
Yeah.
Literally.
So not metaphorically.
Yeah. So let's just discuss between me and you. As far as that little incident, we ain't gonna get into that. I'm not gonna show the video or anything. But like we just talked about, if a local and in that instance, the local had a day off, and a lot of times, I mean, the pros, don't get me wrong, they fish for a living, and they fish those lakes before the tournament, and they find their spots. But I like I told somebody this week, they asked me if I follow this person, I said, look, I went to play baseball in college. I don't like watching baseball. I like to play golf. I don't like watching golf. I like to fish. I don't really watch a lot of fishing shows. Like rod builders will have. I don't really watch any of that. I don't follow people, and that's bad on me. But that's just the way I am. So a lot of local people don't pay attention when there's a fishing tournament. Not all the time.
Yeah.
Some of them know. But if you have a day off, and it's the only day off you've had in a couple weeks or whatever, and just say your wife's allowing you to go fishing that day, but if you're a grown ass man, there's no allowing.
You don't have nothing to say.
Right. So, it's his day off. He's gonna go to his honey hole that he always goes to.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your honey holes out here.
Yeah.
But if a tournament guy was there before we got out there, we would go to another spot.
Yeah, we give him his space.
Yeah, let him move on, and we'll fish behind him.
And I don't care if he's in a tournament or not. He's there first.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Now, on the other hand, if we get up in the morning, we get out there and we're fishing, and a pro comes rolling up and does the last minute idle down. That's unethical in my book. I mean, we were here first.
And there's probably going to be some words.
There'll be some words if you come in hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, we grown ass men again. I mean, I can bring up that word because I'm part of the mafia now.
Mafia.
So, yeah. So, I mean, we could go on and on about the whole tournament thing. And I know your story has some to do with some of the tournament guys. Want to talk about some Karen stuff. Okay. Karen and Richrds. I mean, recently, and I started to post that, but dude, it made me want to go find out where they were fishing and go punch that old man in the face. That old man came down there to the young kid while the daddy was videoing, grabbed his rod and broke it in half. Now, I'd have said, son, here's the camera. You video me whooping his ass. Yeah. That's what would have happened. So this is how I'm gonna throw this up here. This is how one guy and his son was fishing, and she said something about you threw over something or whatever, or I think he hit the dock or something. Anyway, so we're gonna play this real quick.
We didn't hit the top of your thing.
You probably can't hear.
We hit the shore station.
We hit the lift.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck with that. All right.
So I mean, it was short. Anyway, basically, he hit the dock, and I think some of them Karens just sit out there on the dock just ready to say something.
They got nothing better to
say
do.
something. This and I'm gonna let me. I don't know the whole story behind it, but I'm gonna start following it. I started following this lady. It's what is her name? Boy Mom 4, the number 4 Life 77. And they have a neighbor, and when she said in a parish, that means in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, they're the only state that has parishes instead of counties. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so they have a neighbor that decided they do own the water or the marsh area or whatever, and they decided to put a fence with wires and everything all the way for a long way in the water. Now it stops at one point, and they have called the cops on them 32 times in 4 years because their sons were fishing. And so what the dad decided to do, said, all right, I wanted to show my sons we ain't going to put up with bullying. So he digs a 10-foot wide canal where they could put in the boat, and he dug that canal along that fence, right up against the fence, all the way to where the fence stops. So when he finally got it dug, then he just kind of knocked it down and let that water come in. So now their sons can launch in their yard and go around.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. She has petitioned to say they need to remove that fence. It's causing more harm, whatever, and the parish won't do nothing about it. But she thinks she owns the water. So let's get into thinking they own the water.
Yeah.
And you can go into your store. Let me throw this up real quick. She could kill. Don't touch that fence.
If you put one
And she's
foot on
making
that
fun
boat,
of her.
are you listening?
I see.
So let's get into your kind of some of your things because Dan lives on dock.
Yeah, I got a dock.
Dock and
And we have on this lake that I live on, we have tournaments just about every weekend.
How many you think a year? 200 minimum,
Well,
maybe.
at least 50.
At least
Okay,
50 to 100,
Yeah.
maybe.
And I live on one of the deeper canals off of this lake. I can see the lake from my dock, but on tournament days, it's like a parade.
Right.
Okay, there's boats up and down this canal.
Right. Especially if the weather's bad,
Yeah,
they
if
come
the
into
wind's
that
blowing.
canal. Right.
Because the lake gets rough if the wind's blowing,
Right.
and they're looking for places to get out and which is fine.
Yeah.
But you know, I got no problem with that.
Right.
But if they come up in here and they start trying to skip up under my dock and they hit my boat, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They can hit the dock all they want.
Right. Right.
But if they hit my boat, we're gonna have words.
Right.
Okay. And I got some choice words too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one story that comes to mind is we had tournaments for high school people. Okay.
Right.
And they were pre-fishing one day in a lake north of us, and they were skipping docks.
Yeah.
Which, you know, everybody skips docks. It's a prime place to fish. And a lady come out and told them, do not be fishing anywhere near my dock.
Yeah.
Well, these are two high school boys. Okay. So one thing led to another. She ended up pulling out a handgun and shooting holes in these boys' boat.
What?
Yeah.
Where? Here?
It was just north of here.
Just north of here.
Just north of here. So it ended up, the cops got called. She ended up getting arrested.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, you know, she could have killed one of them boys.
That's right.
Just because they were fishing. There's nothing wrong with them fishing around.
Right.
They don't own that water.
No. They own the dock.
They own the dock.
And if they hit the dock, then one guy, I saw a video where he was throwing around something and all the husband and wife said, hey, don't throw around that area. He said, yes, ma'am, and moved on, you know, and made sure he didn't throw around there.
That's the proper thing to do.
Right.
Just be courteous.
Right.
But, you know, if you're going to skip docks, you're inevitably going to get hung up on somebody's dock.
Right.
And that's kind of a scary situation.
Right.
I've been there. Okay.
Right.
You got to go up and actually touch the dock.
Yeah.
And get your lure off of the dock. And you don't know who's drawing a bead on you at that point.
Right.
But anyway, it's, you know, a dock's made out of wood.
Right.
It ain't going to hurt nothing if you bounce the lure off of it. So, yeah. Yeah. It can get ugly real quick.
Yeah, and let's talk about one thing at your dock, okay? And some of you dock people might not do this, but I know Dan does. When they get done with a Christmas tree or somebody, they'll come down there, tie a block to it or whatever, and set it at the corner of the dock. That way, try to bring in some specks, crappie for you northern people, you know, and other fish, but mainly for specks, crappie,
Yeah.
brim, bluegills. But I know that thing's probably been moved a bunch of
Oh my
times
God.
where the guys won't. I mean, proper etiquette would be if you pull up a whole tree trying to get your lure, be like, that might be somebody's.
Yeah.
And that's one thing as far as proper etiquette that you should look for. If something like that happens, put it back.
Yeah. Just put it
Or
back.
if the person comes down, say, hey, I think I snagged your Christmas tree down here. I mean, I can try to put it back for you. I'm just letting you know it probably moved a little bit.
If they did that, I said, don't worry about it.
Right.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of
it. And it's even with anything we do, communication.
Mm-hmm.
Communication. And yeah, so that happens.
Yeah.
But, I know I've seen it a lot, like in Alabama. I know some guys I fished like small tournaments with, and man, those people up there on Logan Martin, Lake Martin, they think they own that water all the way out to the end of their dock.
All the way around it.
So you can fish in between. They think they own.
Don't cast
And
on
it happens here in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, like if you started like in the Indian River over in Melbourne, if you had your waders on, you started wading and you waded towards the dock and you were fishing for snook under them dock, dude, them people have a fit.
Mm.
Say, hey, you don't own the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just fires them up when you say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Our light keeps going on and on.
I know. Yeah. If y'all didn't, we didn't charge them. We thought we had enough battery. It said only 28% used. Yeah. Maybe it was 28% left. I bought these from my dude Mr. Morris, and yeah, we hadn't figured all that out yet. So I guess we're gonna have to start charging them up after every session. Yeah. But at least we have our new camera with a little light on it.
And we got that light over
And
there.
we got that one light. And Miss Lori's giving us the time check. Oh yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. You want me to talk a little bit about iCast or I think we're good. And I think if y'all didn't hear the sound on these videos I did, I think I messed up preparing, and I don't know how to go back and do that. I think I did the speaker wise.
Read the captions. They're on there. I saw them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to play this last one just for a funny. This is a Will Ferrell meme.
Not Will Ferrell.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny. And it's him. Hold on, I'm gonna play it again. It's him screaming, and Ron Burgundy. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I think I messed up on that. My bad, y'all. But anyway, yeah, just going back to iCast. I went by Columbia's booth today, and they got some new boots out. Yeah,
wading boots.
No, they're like like the EFC, the Everglades Fishing Company boots that I wear. Mm-hmm. There's just rubber deckhand boots and I will say also shout out to EFC. They have new boots coming out, and they did a like a Prime Day for EFC, had half off of their regular boots that they have. I went ahead and took advantage of that. That's and they were like $60, but their new ones are more of a flat sole, but they're very comfortable. Columbia's got some new ones that are, they're pretty nice. The guy did give me the guide deal last one he had. But for a shoe, it's like the boot, and I'm gonna take advantage of that because I want to try it out.
Might
But
well.
my best thing I wanted to see, and I kept seeing videos on it, and I was glad I got to see them in person. And I have some video I did, and I'll put those out later on in the week. But Quantum came out with saltwater spinning reels, and the price points, Dan, they're you know, I think they used to have one called the Smoke or something, which wasn't that great. These are really uh, they are really made for saltwater, and $99 for the regular one, and the carbon one's only $150.
It's not bad.
No, no. And so that one, and I'm on. So I talked with the Cross Kicks. If y'all don't know me by now, but I pretty much got rid of all my tennis shoes, and I wear nothing but Cross Kicks. They're 2.0s and the regular tennis shoe looking one. But they had a program called Reversion 10. It's kind of complicated to get you a discount through me for those shoes, and they're reasonably priced. Like the tennis shoe ones are only like $69, but it's a true water shoe. It's got, like I've done a video. It's an upscale Croc. It's got tennis shoe bottom, hard bottoms. They're great. They got little nubbies inside that keep your feet circulated.
Mm-hmm.
Love them. But they're fixing to give me my own code.
All right.
They made some sales because everybody asked me what I was wearing because I had the bright funky ones on, and everybody stopped me, asked me what they were, and I explained them. And he said, "Dude, you know how many people we had come over here and say, man, there's a guy talking about how good these shoes are. We want to come over and check them out." So they're gonna give me my own code that y'all can get a discount on those coming up. Cables.
Sunglasses.
I ain't got them in here.
Yeah.
That hold your sunglasses on. The original, not the chums and all that crap. Cables. The cables guy, Mr. Ron Williams, and anyway, they just come out. It comes out maybe September, October. I bought in. They will be on my website. I bought the 12 pack with the display case, but it's called the Mags, and you put it inside your band of your hat, and the two ends you put on your glasses have magnets on them. You put them on there, no strings or anything.
That's
You
nice.
can twirl your. I got a video that I'll be putting out. She twirled the hat around; they wouldn't come off. You can hold the glasses, and it won't come off your hat, and they just magnet on it.
Yeah, you get out there.
Yeah,
and lose a $250 pair of glasses.
Yeah.
You
But
think about it.
dude, it was the neatest thing. I was like, she said, "You want to buy?" Yes, I want to buy in. I had to pre-order. So once they come in, I'll have them on my website that you can buy them. They're gonna be awesome. Yeah. That was a
I'll have to get me some of those.
yeah. That was a good one. And then the Eco X Gear waterproof Bluetooth box speaker.
Yeah.
And to me, it's giving Turtle Box a run for their money. It floats just like Turtle Box, but it's got LEDs. You can do red, white, and blue. I think they're going to be working with the Olympic team. I sent them over there to talk with them.
They're completely waterproof.
Completely waterproof. They'll float. You can throw them in the water. You can raft down they kept it submerged in water the whole 3 days and playing music in the water. And price point $249.
$249.
So what I do, I went and bought one. ICAST makes me spend some money.
When we gonna hear that?
It said the 25th, but I talked with the owner today, and he said, "Oh, it'll be there quicker than that." I said, "Dude, you get it here by tomorrow? We cooking with Crisco then." So probably not. It'll probably be next week. Anyway, I think that's it. Because I've been gone, really haven't. We didn't talk earlier about what question or. So if you're listening, watching, if you have a suggestion you want us to talk about, a funny thing that you think would get some good feedback,
Participate.
Twinkle, 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 baby. Twinkle, twinkle. You can message us on Facebook, Instagram, X, or YouTube. We'll look at, or theboatramp24@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'd be glad to hear from you. Give us some questions. It'd be great to hear some. And again, like, share wherever you're watching. It just helps. I mean, that's all we ask.
Just share.
It's just easy. That's how you can support people. Just like. It's just a button.
And share.
And share. And share. All right. That's it. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. We signing off right now. Or